US Army patrol vanished in the mountains. What the rescue team found, the Pentagon still says never happened.
A remote section of Afghanistan because a patrol had basically gone missing.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's
no
no
villages around
nothing.
for miles.
Right.
So it's very remote.
Yeah, very remote. So we flew in to about 4 kilometers. We're hiking through the same area where they were supposed to make one of their checkpoints, one of their rally points. And before we left, there was all kinds of what happened with an ambush, but that was even odd because at point of ambush, you would call for maybe close air support, something, okay? There was no calls made, just off the grid. So we're coming down a mountainside, and it was a nice path, goat path. As we bent around this corner, you could see this opening of the cave. There's a cave as we're coming around. And then I see there's a lot of rocks, which is another oddity, and then bone matter. I'm not close enough to identify what kind of bones, but I did see something I knew was a piece of our communications equipment.
So we only briefly touched on this Kandahar giant story, but were you ever in Kandahar?
Yeah, I down in the south of
How
Afghanistan.
remote is it?
I mean, there's a large city there. Town city, I don't know the difference between the two. It's relatively built up. As far as southern Afghanistan, it's going to be, you have Kabul up north, Kandahar is a little bit down south. Kabul in the north, you're going to start looking at the exterior range of the Hindu Kush. Kandahar still has some topography, but you're looking at more of like a high desert terrain.
And so there's caves and things along those lines? This is the
Probably.
idea that this thing lived in a cave.
Yeah.
2002, Operation Enduring Freedom. A routine patrol goes dark. No radio contact, no location. Command sends in special forces to go and find them.
So instantly, we're thinking ambush, maybe animal, it could be anything. And there was enough room in front of this cave, but it had a sheer drop-off. But there was enough room that we actually got into a decent dispersal in case of ambush.
What they find isn't the patrol, it's a cave, scattered gear, bones, and something waiting inside.
You see something coming out of the cave, and it's moving with a speed and agility that catches you off guard.
Everybody. And he comes out. It was a man at least 12 to 15 feet in height. This is a monster. Red beard. Then his hair was longish, past the shoulder, a scarlet red, and Dan runs at him and starts shooting, which broke all of us into the reality, because it was
So
surreal.
now your training is kicking in.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
muscle memory, complete muscle memory. While Dan is moving at him, another bro of mine's laying down fire, and I start firing. He skewers Dan. He's now got him on this pike. It went through him. And he's still got him. And he's coming after more. We all just clicked in. I don't know what it was, but I remember we're all like, shoot him in the face, shoot him in the face. And our weapons components were in force. We had 308s, and we had Barrett 50s. This is sounding longer than it took. We're talking 30 seconds. And he's taking multiple hits, and is still moving.
It wasn't an animal. It wasn't a man. It was something that, according to everyone that was ever involved in it, shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
Have you heard of the legend of
Yes.
the Kandahar giant?
of course.
Yeah. What did you hear? When did you hear?
Well, I've seen. Okay, there's some freaks out there, man. There's some freaks. So yeah, I mean, I've seen the YouTube video. I've heard about it from other people, but legit. Okay, hard for me because I was far away. Okay, I was probably about 200 meters away. We were doing a mobility exercise. Okay, mobility, I hate mobility. Okay, mobility was my least favorite op. Mobility, basically, you get in a bunch of trucks and you kind of roll out and you kind of look for a fight. Okay, so we were doing like a 2-week mobility. in this region, kind of north of the Panjway. I don't remember exactly what it was called. It was this, surrounded by mountains, this big valley, and we were rolling around, and so there was a village that we were going to check out, and I'm like a gunner, okay? So I don't know everything that's going on. I'm a dude on a machine gun, okay? But I can see everything that's happening. I kind of know what we're doing. But I know that there's a meeting. And what they have is they have these warlords. It's not the same kind of political system or anything that we have in like North America. Kind of the baddest dude in the region becomes in charge, okay? So we were meeting with one of the local warlords. And so the town was like 500 meters away. They drove out from the town about 500 meters, and we had our trucks about 200 meters from the meeting point. Our officer and a couple dudes went forward, and we're looking. This guy, I mean, he was maybe twice as big. He was huge. He was a massive dude.
Like how big?
I think he was 8 feet.
It takes the entire unit with M4s and 50 cals 30 straight seconds to put it down.
I think he was 8 foot something. And it's embarrassing. It's like, Devin, you're crazy. And he's big.
And he was 200 meters away.
He's about 200 meters away, but I can see the guys. We got optics. Our officer was probably somewhere between at the bottom of his chest. Great big Afghan dude. Big beard, big dude. And his lackeys around him were normal size. Great big warlord. So they're out there. There's big people. There's big.
8 feet is nuts.
I have personally seen people who were probably over 8 feet.
What?
Yeah.
In Afghanistan?
No. I saw these guys up northern Canada. Cree. I was up in Ojibugamo, okay, this Cree village. I remember walking up. I'm there for arm wrestling. We're having an arm wrestling tournament, and I'm looking up. We're walking up the stairs in this hockey arena, and this dude, I'm like, that's a really big dude. And by the time I got there, I was about, and I'm like 6'5", I was about at his nipple. Okay?
What?
Yeah, big hands. Big, long hands. Like out of the Goonies, like misshapen face. I'm like, my God. I'm like, how big are you? He's like, just laughed at me. And he's like, he's like, my dad's 8'11". He's like,
what?
Yeah, big.
My dad's 8'11".
I'm telling you, there's big people. And people don't know about them. Guinness doesn't know about them. They live up in the woods. There's big people out there. And not all of them.
What is that guy, Jamie?
He's from that region, apparently. I don't know how to say that. Edouard Beaupre.
So there's just giants that live in that region?
Yeah.
8'3".
The Cree are very big people. And the thing is when they get to eat what they're supposed to eat, the problem is so many of them eat junk now, right? Because they grow up on the...
367 pounds, maybe? Or 367, sorry.
They grow
8'2.5", 367 pounds, age 33. Whoa.
Yeah, I forget the name of these brothers, but there's a bunch of them. Yeah, there's some weird genetics out there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to try and swab them. I'll give it to Ryan before you know it.
But so this guy in Afghanistan, was this one isolated incident?
I saw one.
Then a helicopter, a cargo net, the bodies lifted out and never seen again.
Yeah, they're big people out there.
And so the Kandahar giant story, the guy is supposed to be even bigger than that.
Yeah, I heard
Do you
it.
believe it?
I do. Yeah, I do. There's freaks out there. There are.
But this guy supposedly had like 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets interesting. The US government says that this never happened.
Yeah, I believe that stuff. I think that we get so used to normal people, and every once in a while there's a weirdo.
And these people are not being studied. There's no one there. Like that region of the country is extremely remote.
Extremely. Like they don't. It's like going back to like the 15th century. Like there's motorcycles and some people have gas. I mean, but they don't have electricity. There's not even really roads. Yeah.
And there was this one guy who was a warlord that was 8 feet tall.
I saw him.
You saw him.
I saw him. Yeah, from a distance. But I mean, there's no way he was any shorter. Like he was huge. He was a massive, and he was broad across the shoulders too. He was probably twice as broad. Massive human. Yeah.
What was that like? Just seeing something like that.
It's wild, man. Yeah, you know, it's neat. Yeah. It was shocking.
In 2016, fact checkers went straight to the Pentagon. Their answers: no such records of the incident exist.
Don't know the Kandahar giant story. It's basically about an alleged military encounter in Afghanistan where soldiers reportedly came face to face with a massive giant in the mountains of Kandahar. The story goes that after a group of soldiers went missing during an operation, another team was sent into the mountains to investigate to see what happened. What they allegedly found was a giant, something enormous near a cave, described as around 12 to 15 feet tall, massive, aggressive, and far beyond normal human size. The story says that the soldiers actually killed it during the encounter, and then a military helicopter came to remove the body, and afterward, obviously, they were told to keep quiet about what happened.
Supposedly what happened is it's American military guys encountered this guy in the mountains.
Yeah.
That was just absolutely enormous. They said he was like 12 feet tall.
Yeah, well, what happened with the Nephilim, you know?
Right. That's the thing. Well, that was the thing is, like, supposedly they had 6 fingers and 6 toes as well.
Look, I believe that things come to visit, and sometimes things get left behind, and who knows? Who knows? You know? There's a good chance that he's maybe just a little bit closer to all that, or somehow a recessive and a recessive somehow found their ways together, and there you go.
And somehow there's a surviving population of these people still in the world that are undiscovered.
Yeah. And I asked around. I've never met anybody who was involved in that op. I haven't. But
it seems like a story that has something to it, because there's too many people telling that story. There's only one story like that.
There are a lot of stories.
There's more stories like that?
So is the Kandahar giant a myth? Or is someone went to the trouble of covering this up so no one will ever find out the truth? So what actually happened in that cave? No paperwork, no photos. Every investigation lands on the same word: hoax.
Find out what happened to these army boys. Sir, there's a cave up the mountain, maybe 500 meters out. There's blood and an army uniform inside.
Right, man, let's go.
Bravo 6, this is Alpha 2-1. We've located possible enemy activity. Break large cave entrance, grid 259 or 198. We're holding position at 30 meters, preparing to clear. We'll update at 0800. Out.
What in the...
We have contact, front. It's a giant. Oh my God, it got Jones.
Oh, what the hell is this?
But ask yourself, how many times do these stories have to be repeated by soldiers who have never spoken to each other before coincidence stops being the right answer? The Pentagon says that this never happened. The soldiers that were there say otherwise. You choose who's lying. If you enjoy these type of videos, please let me know in the comments and give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.